All right, check this out on our Tuesday afternoon, May 16th. This is about 1:30 from my garage, and look at that. Heavy downpour. This is just one of those storms that just popped right up right over the house. And you see some very heavy rain, some very gusty winds as well. This goes from 0 to 100 so quickly with these afternoon thunderstorms. Hey folks, I'm meteorologist Matt Barentine. Thank you so much for joining us here on Fox 10's Next Weather. And it's a little segment we're going to be doing daily now to keep you informed of all that's happening out there as far as our weather is concerned. Now, let's go ahead and hit the headlines first. Rain winding down as we go through the rest of the night. Then we look ahead to your Wednesday, the May the 17th. Storms likely again. We're basically going to do the whole thing all over again with a number of scattered showers and storms around mainly in the afternoon. Now, as we look ahead, though, rain will ease later into the week and then on into the weekend as well. It doesn't go away, but it does begin to ease on back. Here's your highs. We actually hit 91 in Mobile right before that rain started at about 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Then things really cooled off, and it's really dependent on exactly when the rain happens, how hot the temperatures get where you're at, and we'll see the same thing tomorrow for Wednesday. It'll depend on the rain for the afternoon temperatures. Here's the rainfall. You can see where the areas that are green, those are areas that saw more than an inch of rain. I can see some spots there in Mobile as well. So heavy rain, brief storms, but they can dump a lot of rain very, very quickly, and that's what they did here this afternoon. Let's look through your futurecast, and we're going to look all into your Wednesday here on May 17th, and you can see pretty good conditions in the morning to start off with. Lunchtime should be pretty quiet as well. Then here we go, right back into the afternoon. Showers and storms rumbling about. That's 3 o'clock. You can see a number of showers and storms here across the area. 4 o'clock. So as you're, picking up the kids from school, driving yourself home from work, running around doing your errands, it's likely at some point you're going to run into a shower or thunderstorm. And just like we've seen the last couple of days, these can briefly be very heavy. And if you're driving along, you drive into that blinding rain, it can be dangerous. So please be careful out there. And of course, it can also create issues with the roads as they fill up with water with these heavy downpours that just, like I said, they go from 0 to 100 very quickly. 6 o'clock tomorrow on your Wednesday, you can see a number of showers and storms continuing to be around there, and right on into the evening hours. And as we get later into the evening, things will wind back down again as we head into overnight hours on Thursday. So here's what it looks like on the planner with the temperatures. Once again, this will be very dependent on exactly when you get the rainfall. In the morning, we should be around 70 degrees, and then we'll head towards the low to mid 80s here around lunchtime. Now, if you get the rain a little bit later, wherever you're at, you may actually get up into the upper 80s tomorrow afternoon. But if it comes a little earlier, you should hold in the mid 80s. All right, let's check out your forecast in Mobile. Should be humid in the morning, spotty storms around lunchtime, and then just plain out stormy throughout the afternoon there. So get ready, once again, like I said, for those pop-up showers and thunderstorms basically at any given time. Let's check out the scene in Gulf Shores tomorrow. Could see an isolated shower storm in the morning, but I think it's more likely into the afternoon. Obviously, the rain chances at the coast are lower than for areas up on I-10 or farther inland here tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the low 80s. We have a low rip current risk there tomorrow. Let's check out the eastern shore. Should be a pretty good day for at least the first half of the day, but then we hit the afternoon, and once again, showers and storms will be likely. Like I said, just running around, doing your business in the afternoon, you're likely to run into some of those showers and storms, so be careful out there. Pensacola, same deal here. Could run into a storm basically at any time. You see the modeling's putting up chances of storms most of the day. I think the best chance of rain will be once again in the afternoon here. Temperatures should hit the low to mid 80s here for us in Pensacola. So it's going to be another active day coming up for Wednesday. The good news is with that rain, I think our heat index values won't be too bad tomorrow. They'll probably top out around 90-ish, and that's about it, because that rain will help us out, won't allow those heat index values to climb into the upper 90s there for us tomorrow. Your beach forecast, obviously not great, but just check out the radar before you head out. You might be able to find some good windows here, particularly about in the middle of the day. I think early in the morning or maybe late in the afternoon, there's going to be some possibilities, some showers and storms, but you can find some windows out there. We could still enjoy a beach day. Once again, low risk of rip currents at water temperature right up around 80 degrees. Here's your rip current risk next several days. It looks just fine here as we go through the end of the week. We'll keep that low rip current risk. Always use caution out in the water regardless. The boating forecast, once again, we're talking about some stormy conditions, I think mainly in the afternoon. This will really be dependent on exactly where you're at with the boat. If you're up on the causeway, watch out for some afternoon storms. If you're down by Dolphin Island or some areas like that, you'll probably find better conditions with less showers and storms around. All right, let's hit the tropics. I know we're starting to get to that time of year. I know it's preseason, but remember in the last 5-6 years, we've had 5 storms in May. Not seeing that developing out there at the moment, but what will we watch for? We don't see any storms there, but we will be keeping an eye on the water temperatures that we've got going on out here, mainly down here in the down around Cozumel, because we had what we call the loop current that's kind of broken off and is pushing some very warm water up into the north central Gulf, not too far from us. So we'll have to watch for any storms that try to develop right through the center part of the Gulf. You can see 86-degree water there. And then we got the Gulf Stream over here off the East Coast, and this is also some very warm water, early season storms like that as well, so we'll keep an eye there. But for now, nothing is developing. Here's your rain chances. You can see tomorrow, your Wednesday, very high. And then as we go into the later part of the week and into the weekend, the rain chances do go down. They don't go away. We'll still have some rain around, but they do go down. So let's take you through the end of the week. You can see tomorrow, 80% on your Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, 50 to 30%, so there's still going to be some storms around, but fewer. And then as we hit the weekend, as we put up the 5-day here, you can see Saturday and Sunday, rain chances there. Still going to have some scattered storms around Saturday, isolated on Sunday. But once again, even on Sunday, it's not zero. There will still be a couple of pop-up showers and storms across the area. So that's what it looks like here for the next 5 days. Coming up next on Fox 10, we'll take a closer look at El Nino and how it will likely impact the upcoming hurricane season.
Can I play? Sure, but you need to bring your own truck. That's not a problem.
The Fox 10 Storm Tracker Fleet, taking you live to more places, covering the Gulf Coast like no one else can. Unrivaled experience, unparalleled severe weather coverage.
I think I need a bigger sandbox.
When we look at the 2023 hurricane season, one thing we're keeping a very close eye on is the development of El Nino. That is a phenomenon that happens down here in the Pacific where the trade winds shift around and they start blowing from west to east. And what that does is it piles warm tropical water up against South and Central America. And it acts like a big heat source that changes global weather. And for us, what it does, it increases the strength of the southern jet stream. That creates ferocious winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and as storms try to develop, these strong upper level winds begin to tear them apart. So it's incredibly important, and it factors in to the forecast for the upcoming season. And we look at some of the forecasts, generally for the most part they're going to be at or a bit below normal here for the upcoming season. Of course, it only takes one, so we'll have to keep a close eye on things. But statistically, we're likely to have a slower season. All right, yeah, we're also keeping a very close eye on these afternoon thunderstorms. We've had a number of them develop here recently, and of course they can be very big and very powerful very quickly, and they can also have a lot of dangerous lightning. Fox 10 News meteorologist Michael White has some tips to keep you safe when thunder roars.
I'm meteorologist Michael White, broadcasting from home for the debut of our digital weather show. We're going to get to talk about all sorts of different weather things that we don't really get to discuss on television, get more in-depth in it and more explainers, because we have really an unlimited amount of time with a platform like this, and hopefully you'll get to learn a lot. And the first thing I wanted to talk about was something we deal with a lot in the summertime. And I know if you've lived here on the Gulf Coast, you've certainly heard the effects of it. And that's the lightning, because that thunder can roar and it will shake, rattle your walls. It can spook you in the middle of the night, spooks the kids. Heck, it spooks me. It's one of the weather phenomenons that make me nervous because we see so much of it, and it can come really in the blink of an eye in the summertime. And because so many of the kids are playing outside, this is something you have to watch out for. Lightning fatalities for outdoor sports. This statistic comes from the Weather Service. 40% come from soccer, 27% golf, 17% running, 10% baseball, only 3% from football. And I think the low number in football has to do with the fact that most of football is played in the fall when really the weather is phenomenal. So I just don't think we have major issues when it comes to football and lightning fatalities. But if you hear thunder roar, you got to leave the field immediately, because if you can hear thunder roar, you're within range to get struck by lightning. 5 to 6 miles is a good rule of thumb. If lightning is striking within 6 miles of the stadium, you've got to stop all activities. You've got to make sure you seek shelter in a building or a hard-topped vehicle and wait 30 minutes till after the last lightning strike to resume any activities. So here is a peek at some of the things you need to know when it comes to lightning. It causes an average of 49 fatalities in the U.S. each year. Hundreds are severely injured. Lightning costs more than $1 billion in insured losses. If you hear thunder, you're close enough to get struck by lightning. And yes, lightning occurs in all thunderstorms, and lightning is not a criteria for a severe thunderstorm warning. So that is why we have had numerous summer thunderstorms before. They've been rattling your walls, scaring the heck out of you, and you realize you're not under a warning. There's no weather crawl running on the bottom of the screen on Fox 10 or any of your local channels, because no severe thunderstorm warning has been issued, because lightning is not a criteria for that. You can argue whether it should be, but the criteria is wind speeds over 58 miles an hour and or hail greater than 1 inch in diameter. So although we get lots and lots of lightning, it is not a criteria for a severe thunderstorm warning. But it is also true that lightning does occur in all thunderstorms, even heat lightning, which we deal with in the summer. When I was growing up, I thought heat lightning just was lightning that wasn't real. What it is simply lightning from a thunderstorm that's very far away. Because in the summer, the air gets so humid, the air parcels rise so high, the cloud tops can get up to 50,000 feet high. So at nighttime, you can see the lightning from those storms from tremendous distances, 60, 70 miles away. That's why at night in the summer, you can look in one part of the sky, see the moon, look in the other part of the sky, and see flashes of light. And it could be, if you're in Mobile, it could be from a thunderstorm that's off the coast of Dauphin Island or Gulf Shores, and you can visually see the lightning from it. It's very impressive. But if you see lightning, there's a thunderstorm somewhere. But listen for the thunder. If you don't hear thunder, then the lightning's far enough away from you that you can continue your activities. I'm meteorologist Michael White, broadcasting from home for the Fox 10 Digital Weather Show.
All right, coming up, we'll take an in-depth look at your long-range forecast.
New to the Fox 10 weather app, your 24-hour radar forecast. Be the first to see how precipitation is going to affect your plans across the Gulf Coast. Detailed hour by hour, the 24-hour radar forecast on the Fox 10 weather app. Plus the latest breaking news with the Fox 10 News app.
Got him both.
Stay alert with Fox 10. Prime time is Fox 10 time.
The latest on the night's top stories are first on Fox 10 News at 9.
Wrap up your day, informed and ready for the morning.
Well, the last few days have been quite stormy, and we're going to still do that again coming up on our Wednesday, but things start to improve a bit after that. So let's check out your next week and a half on the long-range forecast. So tomorrow, Wednesday, May 17th, once again, another big chance of rain. But then as we look down the line to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you do see the rain chances beginning to come down a bit as we head towards the weekend. Now, they don't go away. We're still going to have some scattered showers, some spotty showers and storms around as we head towards the end of the week and the weekend, but the rain chances are lower, so there'll be fewer of them around, less likely to run into one. And temperatures will be in the upper 80s. So it'll be a little bit toastier as well because of fewer showers and storms being around. And then as we look ahead into the following week, it's a big week coming up there. I know it'll be about time to wrap up school for a lot of kids. Looks like it's going to be a pretty typical kind of week. In other words, we're going to be seeing a lot of those days where we're just going to see 30 to 40% chances of scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon. Temperatures probably the upper 80s most of that upcoming week. So that's how it looks for your next week and a half. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here on Fox 10's Next Weather. We'll be back tomorrow, same time.